that. So other than the check system, what are some tips, Al? Let's give us two quick tips.
That's a great question. What are some tips how to stay consistent when it comes to working out?
Yeah.
So as I mentioned before, small goals. So a lot of time, people that usually do want to get back into the gym, they've been away from the gym for a long time. So they're expecting like the more I go, the faster this is going to be. And especially when it comes to weight loss or muscle gaining, time is going to be your best friend. So always give yourself extra time. And a lot of time people they have a busy schedule, and it's a transition period because like if you're not used to going to the gym 2 hours a day or an hour a day, you can't expect your body to go 7 days a week. You're gonna burn yourself out, or like you might go hard for 2 weeks and then eventually you're like, hey, you know what? I'll take a day off, and then one day becomes 2 days, 2 days becomes 3. Next thing you know, you're like, you know what? I'll go back after the New Year's. So be honest with yourself. What's a realistic amount of time that you can really go and time? So I usually tell people to start off with 3 days. Within 3 days, you'll hit every body part at least once. And it doesn't have to be long. Do it like an hour, do it an hour. Keep with that for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and see how you feel. And this is what we talked about, like the biofeedback. If you feel like, hey, I'm being consistent, I'm feeling great, my body's not as sore, I think I could push a little bit harder, increase the days to 4 days. Start with that for like another 2 weeks. If you're doing great, and slowly bump it up. So this way, like, you're kind of like transitioning in and you're easing yourself in and not just automatically jumping right in the gun, because that's hard, especially if you've never done cardio before. And then you're like, I'm gonna do 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't even do that amount because that's hard for me. So like, you want to be realistic and have realistic goals and give yourself a lot of time.
All right, cool. And then I'm gonna give you one or two quick ones. Don't be cheap with your body. There's some people who say, I'm not gonna hire a personal trainer because I don't need to pay somebody to watch me work out. When in the reality is you absolutely do need to pay somebody to watch you work out. When Albert and I first started exercising together, he was my trainer. Tuck in your elbow here, breathe, keep your abs tight. Little adjustments help my weights and my consistency go. And then when I didn't need him as much, then he just became my coach and we were able to work virtually. So definitely don't be cheap with yourself. Pay a professional, because Albert's been doing this damn near 20 years. And look at his results. Not only him on stage, but him showing other people to be in the best shape that they've ever been. You're not going to do that by yourself by watching YouTube videos. It's just not going to happen. If you're 30, 35 now and you've never been in good shape outside of being a teenager with teenage abs, there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with hiring somebody for help to get you where you want to be. So we're going to go from